Hi, today we're going to convert this form 1099 LS into PDF files. As you can see, this is a simple form which I have created in Notion. And once the user fills in and clicks on submit button, the responses will come under the responses view in the database. I have already added two entries out of the particular form, and now I'm looking to convert these entries into PDF files. For this, I'll be using a tool known as PDF Output. This will help me create PDFs on automation with the help of a Google document and a Notion database. So a Notion database is something like this, which will contain all the information that I need to convert to PDFs. And a Google document is what will contain the information as a template file that will be creating and editing that will be converted into PDFs. We can create any documents at scale with this operation, such as any reports, invoices, contracts, certificates, or even quotations that we are generating on a day-to-day basis on our business. So let us understand how this entire automation will work. So the very first thing which we need to do is we need to click on create PDF and quickly sign in, and then we will understand every step of the automation after that. So let me quickly sign in over here, and then we will see how the automation will operate. So the first thing which we need to do once we log in is we need to add a Notion database. So this is the database which we're going to use. So I will be copying this name and then I'll be adding it. After we add the database, the next step is adding a document to this. So we need to either add an existing document that we might have, or we can create a demo document. And finally, we can map all the properties of the database one by one onto the document to create the PDF. So let's click on add Notion database, and let me copy this database title which I already have on my workspace, as we'll be using this to create the PDFs. So let me copy this, and I have now copied the entire database title. Let me click on select pages, and let me put it inside search pages. And now we are able to see the particular form appear over here. So let me click on this, and the form gets now added. So if you're looking to add your database, simply enter the same inside the search pages field and your database will be added. Do not select the database by selecting these top level pages from here, because if you do that, the experience will not be smooth and the database may not be added correctly. So always put the database title inside the search pages and then add it. Alongside this, if your database contains any other relation properties, so let's say my form 1099 LS is connected with database A and database B through relation properties, I also need to add database A and database B inside the search pages, so that the PDF file which will be created will also have the relation and roller values intact in the document. Otherwise, the relation and roller values will not appear. So make sure you are also adding other databases that are connected with the main one, so that the PDF which is generated also has all the relation and roller values. Click on allow access, and now we should get access to the form 1099. It should be loaded up in this drop down. If it is not visible, simply try to reload database once or twice. It should definitely appear in the drop down over here. So you can see it is still not yet visible over here. So I'll try to reload the database once again, and it should definitely appear in the drop down over here. Sometimes it takes a while to load the database, so please have patience in this, and it should definitely show. So you can see the form 1099 is showing over here. If I scroll down, I can see all the properties of the database also visible over here, one below the other. Okay, so every property of the database is also available. And let me add a document to this. So I'll click on add Google document. If you already have a form 1099 template file available on your drive, click on existing document and select any existing document that would be available which you would want to use as a template file. I don't have any such document available, so I will rather go with a demo document which it will create instantly, and then I can edit that document to convert to PDFs. So here what I can do is I can edit this entire document to be converted to PDF file. So I have all the placeholders showing over here. So every placeholder that you see inside double curly brackets are the fields which will be replaced with the values from the database. So we have the date of sale, gross proceeds, policy number, received by. All these fields that you see are already visible over here, which will be fetched and it will be replaced. So the gross proceeds from this column will be fetched and it will be mapped to this particular placeholder. Then we have the policy number which will be fetched from here and it will be mapped to this placeholder, and so on for all the other fields. If you want to manually add any field, simply click on copy. So let's say I want to add policy number, click on copy, go to the document wherever you want to use it, and simply use Control V or Command V on your keyboard. So you can use Control V or Command V and it will automatically paste that property onto the document. So you can copy paste any property onto the document just like that, and it will be instantly mapped inside the document. So for me, all the mappings are already done, so I do not need to map any more fields any further as everything is in place. What I in fact need to do is I need to define how the PDF file will be named. Okay, so my PDF file should be named as per the policy number that we have. So I will select the policy number from this drop down, and all the files will be named as per this policy number file. Okay, and then I can click on download PDF, and it will start generating the PDF file, and it will store the PDF file right inside this database. So any record that you have marked as ready to generate under generate PDF column, it will be converted to PDF and it will be stored in the PDF file column. It will also store the PDFs under the downloads folder as well, so it will be coming over here as well. Okay, and you can see the PDFs which have been marked as ready to generate, it will be converted and it is stored as PDF over here. Let me click on this and we will be able to see the document and how the mappings are already done. So you can see all the fields of this document are already correctly mapped and everything is in place. And similarly, if we see the second policy as well, everything is also in place over here. So we just created these two documents from the database, mapping all the properties from the database one after the other. Now it's time to automate this process. For this, click on Setup Notion Automation. And now this automation will run forever, which means it will keep on generating PDF whenever a new entry is added and you mark it as ready to generate. So whenever a user will click on submit over here and a new entry appears in the database, simply mark it as ready to generate and the PDF will automatically be created in the PDF file column. This eliminates the need to use PDF output to set up everything from scratch and create a PDF, as all the automation directly happens inside the database and the PDF files are created right inside the database whenever you mark it as ready to generate. So this helps you create PDFs 24/7, 365 days directly inside the Notion database without the hassle of setting up everything from scratch and creating the PDFs. So I hope you take the best advantage out of this and start creating PDFs directly from a template, setting up the automation right inside this dashboard. If you have any questions, use the chat bubble. Send me a message with your queries on this. I'll be able to address the same. Or else you can go to the contact section at the bottom of the home page where you will be having an option to reach out to me through an email where I'll be getting in touch with you and helping you out with any way possible. You can even book a free demo session where I'll be guiding you step by step on how to use this tool and take the best advantage of the automation available. So as you can see, it has started processing this document while we were discussing, and it has even completed the same and created the document right inside the database, which we had marked as ready to generate earlier. It will use this exact same template that we